Peace, love, and balance, everybody. Peace, love, and balance, y'all. It's your girl, Isha, the goddess of wisdom, also known as Goddess on the Rise, the Copper Queen, the Flower Hoodie Queen, bringing this sacred energy exchange 222, y'all. Let me ring my bell. So, look, y'all, it is Witchy Wednesday, so happy Wednesday, happy Miracle Day, happy Mercury Day, and y'all know it's Witchy Day, happy Witchy Day, talking about witches and brujas and shamans and magicians and warlocks, priests and priestesses, whatever y'all identify as, healers, spiritual workers, all that stuff, okay? So look, yeah, I'm gonna do a reading today for the Aries season, y'all. Y'all know we just came out of that Mercury retrograde, and I believe that we're still in this Venus retrograde in Aries, I believe, as well as, Aries season. And I think it's some other planetary shifts going on as well. So if I seem a bit sluggish, it's a lot going on with me right now. If you do not know, I did hit 2 months with no cannabis, 2 months. So I've been 2 months, clean and just resetting my body, and that's been a lot too. I think I told y'all about how I started this body cleanse and fast, and spirit led me to do that. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all, that's typically what happens when you're going through rebirths and spiritual awakenings at different levels. As you grow, there's stuff that you got to detach from, and everything has its season. Okay, sometimes people get too comfortable in whatever states they were in, and they just want to hold on to stuff that's going to prevent them from growth. You know what I mean? I wasn't willing to do that, so when my ancestors told me I need to cut that back and focus on other things, I did it, and it actually has been benefiting me, because let me tell you something. Cannabis is not a cheap practice. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I was affording it, but it was also preventing me from focusing on other things that were more of a priority in my life right now. And now, for the last 2 months, I have hit a lot of goals, taking care of a lot of goals, especially in business. And because I have not been spending my money towards that right now. You know what I mean? So, just to put that out there for somebody, it could be anything. You could be have some kind of shopping habit. You know what I mean? You might have to figure out a way to cut back on that and stuff like that. And that's all it is. It's about growth. It's not about punish you. But if you truly want to reach the goals you want, sometimes you got to let go of something else. Okay. So I'm not, I'm still waking up, y'all. I have been having anxiety. That's another thing. The weather has been crazy. We did have some tornadoes touch down in Tennessee, and we had flooding and then other areas. And then it dropped down there. It's like 36 degrees, and that's been messing me up and triggering me. And I'm like, because it's not supposed to be cold. Y'all see me, I'm back in my long sleeves. It's not supposed to be cold, and it's been cold. So if y'all dealing with all this bipolar weather, that's definitely triggering people emotions and moods and anxiety and stress levels as well, because our bodies don't know what to get prepared for. We supposed to be getting prepared for spring, but it feels like we about to hit fall. It feels like fall right now, y'all. It feels like fall. I'm a fall baby, so just be mindful of that, y'all. I got my tea over here cooling off. I'm sipping my tea because I've been feeling congested a bit. So yes, so let me show y'all some materials I have in my shop if y'all would like to patronize me before I get started. So as y'all know, I have the voodoo dolls, y'all. I have the voodoo dolls. I tell y'all, voodoo dolls have been used for healing and hexing, okay? So I prefer and, recommend you get a voodoo doll that resembles yourself, to heal yourself, to manifest. You can do a lot of things. You can manifest money. You can manifest healing. You can manifest a trip if you wanted to. You can manifest a business, but this is about you. You can boost your confidence with this. You know what I mean? This is about you. So make one for yourself before you start making one for somebody else, okay? Unless somebody asks you to make them one. If somebody asks you to make them one and they needed some help because they never done this before, that's different. Because back then, a lot of people didn't trust themselves to make their own voodoo dolls, and they did come to a witch doctor or something like that to make one for them, and trusted that witch doctor to do what they need to do. So these do come with pins. Like I tell you, it comes with pins, and the different colors mean different things, and you can contact me if you want to know what that is, so you can know how to use your doll, okay? All right, so also I have the new necklaces in, y'all. Look, y'all see me wearing mine. I've been having mine for a while. I tell you, I like to test jewelry before I get it in to make sure the quality is nice. So like these, a lot of people be asking me, is it certain that jewelry they can just wear all the time, like when they go swimming and stuff? And if you do not know, copper and water is going to corrode. It's just naturally what it does. So that's why the Statue of Liberty turned completely green. It was originally like a it was bronze and copper like this, and it turned solid green because the corroding of it is trying to protect the copper. Okay, that's why copper is recyclable. So you can go swimming in this, but you need to dry it off immediately. And if you keep doing that, it will start to turn that green color, just like the pier, or just like the Statue of Liberty. Okay, so if you do not want that greening to start happening, these do come with a cleaning cloth. Do not be swimming in it constantly. Do not be taking showers in it constantly. You can, because it's not going to harm it, but it will start to, if you're not drying it off in between all that watering, it will turn green. I'm saying this specific because I done had too many people, they be like, my stuff turning green and it's messing up. It's because you keep, it's copper. If you want, if it's not gold, okay, it's copper, okay? It's a mineral. All right, it's a mineral, not a, it's a mineral that is that's strong as a metal, so it's in the metal family, but it's a mineral, okay? All right, but these are in my stock shop, y'all. If y'all would like to get one of these, and this comes with this thick Cuban link chains, okay? Thick Cuban link chains, okay? All right, thick Cuban link chains. So those in my shop, y'all. And then we also have my copper pendulums, y'all. So for my pendulum workers, Reiki healers, and all that, these gonna be great for you. And they do open up. I showed y'all before where they open up, and I have a little tiny clear quartz in mine. I feel like clear quartz works well with copper. It's the best if you ask me. And these are in my shop as well. Okay, the pendulums. I know a lot of Reiki healers that know about that. And go into the description to learn more. And y'all know my two most newest decks. This is the palmistry fortune telling deck. Okay. If you want to learn how to read palmistry, I recommend this deck. This is on my website, goddessontherise.life. All this is on my website, goddessontherise.life, if you want to check out that deck. Also, my ancient Kemet playing cards deck, fortune teller deck. Okay, it has Boston on the front. And I believe this may be a sun deity on the back, okay? But these cards are dope. I have done readings with this card. If you want to check out that comedic message I just did, it is still in my most recent lives. I highly recommend you check that out. It may have been the one I did right before I'm doing this Aries season reading, okay? So check that out, y'all. And those are my newest tools. If you'd like to see any other of my merchandise, you can go to goddessontherise.life. You can go to goddessontherise.life. So look, thank y'all so much for listening to that. So I'm going to be using my gold and black cards today to give us a powerful reading for Aries season. As you know, Aries season is coming to an end on the 19th of this month. Okay, on the 19th of this month, and we also are approaching a full moon in Libra. Okay, so look, don't be shocked if we end up getting some Libra messages for the full moon. Don't be shocked if we get some witchy Wednesday messages for somebody out here. And don't be surprised if we end up, whatever message we get, because especially love messages, because Aries season is mating season. Also, we're still in this Venus retrograde, okay? That's another thing. We're still in this Venus retrograde. Thank y'all so much for the likes, okay? We're still in this Venus and retrograde in it. Can y'all believe that? I know y'all been emotional. I can't even front y'all. I'm gonna put myself out there. I've been emotional too. Like, I ain't never thought about relationships the way I have thought about it right now, because it's just never been a high focus of mine right now. But this energy will start making you think about, if it's not about even necessarily wanting a relationship right now, but it's making you think about, do you want one? And it could make you start thinking about past relationships and maybe some areas that you made some mistakes in, and doing some self-reflection, so you can not be in such a negative space about love, because it was some mistakes that you made as well. That's another thing. It's like a mirror thing, because some people, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, and I used to be like that too. I'm not like, I'm grown and mature now, but we be loving being in that victim state. Sometimes I've been there, so I'm not gonna be a hypocrite, where you just want to make it seem like everything was the other person's fault, y'all, and that's not healthy, okay? Because sometimes you stand and tolerating stuff and not speaking up is your fault too, because you allowed the person that was doing some stuff to you to keep doing it, and then you get mad because they kept doing it because you was allowing it, and you stayed and tolerated it. So some people just didn't have the best self-esteem, the best confidence, you know what I'm saying? They had a toxic tolerance level. That's what I call it. You had a toxic tolerance level. That means you could deal with so much pain that your partner was like, okay, they can handle it, so we good. They okay with it. And therefore, you know what, when you flip out and leave them or start tripping, they like, wait a minute, where is this coming from? I ain't never known it was even a problem. You know what I mean? So not speaking up for yourself is toxic too, y'all. It doesn't matter. And being somebody that keeps treating somebody right while they're treating you wrong is a toxic trait. Let's ring the bell, okay? It's a toxic trait, and it honestly it taught them how to treat you, and then it teaches them that this is something they can get away with it. So I feel like you still failed that person. Y'all failed each other. You know what I'm saying? You still failed them because you taught them that all people will let you run over them and treat them any kind of way. So we don't want to look at it like that sometimes, because we wonder, like, I was treating them right. Why couldn't they just treat me right back? Honey, in a perfect world, that sounds great. But we don't live in a perfect world. We live in a jacked up world, honestly. And majority of everybody that you come across on a daily basis are still dealing with traumas and wounds. They lack accountability. They lack growth. They may be egotistical, narcissistic. You know what I'm saying? They're delusional. A lot of mental illnesses amongst us now that's undiagnosed. You know what I'm saying? Or people that may be knowing about it, they in denial about it. Okay, it's a lot. It's more of that, and you have to become more aware. Okay, I know I said a lot. Look, I've been talking for like 11 minutes, y'all. So look, thank y'all so much. So look, I'm going to deal these cards, ring my bell, and deal these cards out and get us ready for this reading. Okay, let me ring the bell. Earth, air, fire, water, spirits of universe, most high, high seven spirit guides of balanced light, answers known and unknown. Please come into this space and provide the collective with a divine message for Aries season. Islam and Hotep, y'all. Islam and Hotep, y'all. So come on in here. Happy Mercury direct, okay? Because, baby, I know y'all was going through it. Some of you know what? You know how people be saying they exes come back, or you just start having alignments with people you haven't seen. That's something. It ain't just an ex that comes back. Old past people start coming back into your life, and sometimes you gotta curve them. You may start running into people that you fell off with, you ain't seen in years and stuff, and here they popping back up on the scene. Sometimes that does not mean y'all supposed to start talking again. That just means you need to keep it moving. Okay, let me sit my tea on that. Yeah, that means y'all need to just keep it moving. Every alignment does not mean y'all supposed to be talking it, okay? It ain't nothing new. Trust me, okay? It ain't nothing new. You haven't missed out on anything, all right? First card coming in. 9 of Cups. This is a great sign. What did I just say about those emotions too? So 9 of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, okay? This is a water energy from any of my water signs that have been feeling heavy emotions at this time. I believe we're about to come into I'm trying to figure out what season we're about to come into next. I can't even think right now. But yeah, this is a water energy, okay? So if y'all been feeling a lot of emotions, the 9 of Cups is about a new beginning and wishes being fulfilled, okay? So if you've been like having to focus on your emotions at this time, specifically your heart space, cleansing and letting go of old wounds, getting out of that victim state, letting go of a lot of pain that you've been holding on to, you're about to see brighter days. Let's ring the bell, okay? I feel like you have been doing that, and that's not easy, y'all. It's so easy to hold on to pain. It's so familiar, right? And it's at times we feel like it protects us, because as long as we know this pain is here, we could protect people to add from adding to it. And actually, that's not true. You actually are not. Just you're preventing someone from loving you and helping you heal through that pain and showing you better people do exist out here. And that was just a thing in your life you had to go through, a phase. Remember, it's a moon phase. It was a phase in your life that you had to go through, and it's over. But you holding on to the pain is going to keep you repeating that cycle, okay? So it's time to let go, y'all. Move on. That's the message. It's time to let go and move on, okay? You even deserve better. You actually did the work to become a better person, which most people don't do. Most people that be in those victim states have not done the work and healing they need to do to become better people. They have not gotten to a place of balance and harmony and self-love and all that stuff. And then they expect somebody to come along that's healed and deal with them in their traumatic state, and that's not logical or fair to the other person. So but you actually have done the work. So if you want to actually be in a very loving place with people in general, you're gonna have to start trusting again. Somebody need to work on trust, and it may take you some time, but the first step is to acknowledging it, that hey, I may still have some trust issue, trusting this new growth I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what is screwed up now when you start seeing it. So if you start seeing somebody being toxic, and you could tell when people are willing to work on things versus when people are just stuck in their ways, and this is how they are. You know what I'm saying? You know how to leave, okay? That's your protection right there. All right, 8 of Cups. Ooh, we got some more water coming through. 8 of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, okay? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. The number 8 coming through. If you've been seeing 8s, this may be a confirmation for you. So the number 8 is associated with infinity too. So you're about to be in some infinite love right now. And then the bottom line, you got a lot of cups going on. So that means you're full. You see what I'm saying? You're abundant, okay? All this water around you, these cups around you, you're fulfilled, okay? You're fulfilled, and people don't get. I'm telling you, it takes a while for people to get here. So you're in a fulfilled place in your life right now. And let me tell you, you looking so good that everybody want to sip of your cup. So don't be surprised if you're starting to attract a lot of different people in your life. Now, I tell people about this process. Be mindful when you're going through this process, when you're so cleansed and purified and healed, and you shine and bright and you look so good, that all kind of people start coming after you, and everybody that's going to show you attention, go get magnetized towards you and try to act like they want to be your friend, does not mean you well. Some of them are sick, still traumatized, still toxic. They may want to be better people, and they think hanging around you they can catch some of this. Let's ring the bell, okay? They think hanging around you and your light is going to rub off on them, and that's all the work they got to do. And no, you're gonna have to go into your darkness and do that shadow work. All right, this is what you in. So I always keep it real with y'all. But if you want to heal, shadow work has to be done. The dark phase has to be the journey that you start. The mirror work, the self reflection, the inner work. You talking to you. It's not, see, that's nothing. The shadow phase is not about everybody else. Of course, we've all had people done wrong to us, but what have you done wrong? You got to fix yourself before you worry about anybody, because most people that are being done wrong, half the time you've been doing wrong too, whether you realize it or not. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying everything you've been doing wrong, but you have done some things wrong, including letting people mistreat you, not not having boundaries. That's still wrong. It's wrong to yourself. People, you forget about yourself. It's wrong to yourself. Let me sip my tea. You haven't been treating yourself divinely. Okay, so Queen of Cups. All right, y'all, Queen of Cups. This is a great sign. Okay, what is all this water coming through at the beginning? Y'all been going through it. That's what it sounds like. Queen of Cups. Okay, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So Queen of Cups is sitting on her throne, looking happy. You see how she got this chalice in her hand, this cup. She crowned up. She got these babies at the top of her head. So the baby symbolism could mean she may be in a more childlike state. Maybe she's tapped into her creativity. She may be tapped into things that she when she was a little girl, she found joy in, and it's really helped her blossom. That's another thing. People don't get that. You got to heal childhood trauma. When you don't heal your childhood trauma, it's ugly. Sometimes I call it grown children. You're walking around like a grown man or a grown woman that's a child baby. You know what I'm saying? Still throwing temper tantrums, still whining like what children do when you can't have your way. And in adult form, it makes you do things toxic like lie, steal, cheat, abandon people. It comes off differently as an adult because you didn't deal with those issues as a child. Okay, you know, talking crazy to people, ignoring people, not being able to communicate, playing victims and stuff like that. So somebody needs to hear that childhood wounds too, and I feel like you have. Some of y'all have, some of y'all haven't. This message is coming out that some of y'all haven't, and it's preventing you from getting to this Queen of Cups energy. But some of y'all have, and y'all in the most positive place ever, and people see you. People are appreciative of the light, and it's a yin and yang symbol. Look, it looks like a yin and yang symbol, but it's actually a moon and sun symbol right there. But it's the same thing, because the sun and the moon is symbolism of balance and harmony. Sun is the sun is the father, and the mother, and moon is the mother. So you are also in a balanced place. This could be for a man or a woman. You are finally in a balanced place with your masculine and feminine energy too. And that I talked about that in the last reading about people getting into balance and harmony. That's a confirmation from the Libra moon, okay? That's what you got to do. You have to get in balance and harmony, y'all. If you don't get in balance and harmony, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble, okay? Two of Wands. Some fire energy coming through. Two of Wands, okay? So look, y'all know this is that twin flame energy. Somebody on fire for you, and you don't even know it. Let's ring the bell. So somebody got a secret crush on you. Let me sip my tea. Yeah, I'm sipping this tea because I don't want it to go cold. So somebody is on fire for you, and you don't even notice. Somebody has been watching you, okay? Somebody respects what you had to go through and the growth and the time it took to grow past a lot of your wounds. And you like setting their soul on fire. That's the message. They I feel like they can relate to you. They can relate to what you've been through as well as where what you had to go through to get to the healing that you're in right now. And that's what they resonate with. So if you were still in that unhealed place, they would have to leave you where you're at. But because you're in this healed place and they understand that you had to go through a lot to get there, I feel like they are ready to come in and give you a love offer. That message just came out. Oh my God. Somebody's ready to come in and give you a love offer because now they want to heal you past the wounds it took for you to heal by yourself and for you to let go of those wounds that were holding you back and shine bright. Now they want to show you how proud of you they are for doing that work because now you're more beautiful than you ever been. Okay, you're more beautiful than you've ever been. They was like, this is what I always saw in you that I knew you had to see in yourself and I couldn't give you, or it wouldn't have been the same process. You know what I'm saying? And you wouldn't have even been proud of yourself if I would. That's another thing, y'all. When we're healing, I talk about that. Y'all should go back and I have 3 different videos of solitary witch part. The first one, the second one, the third one. All 3 of them have different things in that I highly recommend y'all tap in. And I'm gonna keep doing these solitary witch readings, you know. But the bottom line is a lot of healing needs to be done in solitude, y'all. We have been jumping into marriages and relationships and commitment with people because we don't want to go through healing alone. So what we want somebody to do is what we use the relationship for is a training and a therapy session and a coaching session through love. And that's the most toxic process. And that's why these marriages are not lasting. Because as you're screwing up because you're unaware of your toxicity, instead of getting yourself fully together before you get married, your spouse is having to go through all your toxic traits. And then by the time they're worn out and you're a better person, they're ready to go. And then they got some healing to do. So stop getting married because you have a partner that you can see help you grow and be a better person instead of becoming a better person before you get married. Okay? That's toxic, y'all. Your spouse should not have to be your therapist because therapists get paid. Therapists get paid. Your spouses most of the time are paying bills with you. Okay, splitting bills with you, raising children with you, and then they gotta help you through therapy too. That's not an exchange. That's a burden. I'm not saying couples can't help each other through things at any point in time in a relationship. In every situation, you need to go to a therapist. I'm not saying that, but I'm talking about people that need a lot of growth that do not have no business getting married, and you know you need a lot of counseling because you're not gonna hold yourself accountable in your marriages and your relationships or your friendships, and you're gonna burn this person out and wear them down. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Of course, y'all gonna have times y'all gonna have to talk through some things, but by then y'all are both gonna be in healed places. So if somebody calls you out on something, you will change their behavior immediately because you're aware of the flaw. But when you're unaware and you're still in victim state, you do more damage to your partner than good. Okay? So learn how to be in solitude, y'all. That's why I will not. People be trying to say, "Oh, you if you love somebody, you'll be with them at their worst." Stop lying. You can go through things with people when y'all go through hard times, but being with somebody that's a narcissist, that's abusive mentally, spiritually, emotionally, that neglects you, that doesn't respect you until they grow into a better person is self-abuse. It is a lacking self-love. You are not supposed to go through that with people. They are supposed to already come healed and a better person. So the marriage can actually truly be successful and last, or the friendship, or the partnership, the collaboration, whatever the case may be. Okay. All right, here we go. This is a serious message, y'all. It's Mercury Day. Look, it's Mercury Day. I'm a Virgo. My antenna's up. All right, so this is 3 of Wands, and look at this B. Baby, you got some sweetness coming into y'all. You about to have a family. Y'all ready for a family? Hold on, hold on. Somebody about to have a family. The 3 of Wands is some more fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. And if you don't know, remember bees always around that beehive, right? And there's worker bees, and then there's the mother bee. You know what I'm saying? What they call the head bee in charge. So somebody you could give that head bee in charge energy. That's nothing. You may be getting married and you may be the boss. Okay, that's another thing. You may end up being the boss too. But also sweetness is coming into your life. You look sweet like honey. Y'all remember that song Erykah Badu got? You look so sweet like honey, baby, okay? And honey is hot. Somebody, Mother Oshun, could be tapping into you right now. Maybe you've been working with Mother Oshun. Y'all know Mother Oshun is always surrounded in that dripping honey, baby, okay? So somebody, you looking so good. You looking so good. You looking like a bag of honey, All right, and they want some. All right, so get ready for this sweetness is about to blossom into your life. Here goes some more water, y'all. We got 7 of cups, y'all. The bottom line is the money and the abundance is about to flow. I know this is not a pentacles card. This is dealing with emotions, but I just feel like love is abundance too. Love is a form of abundance, okay? Because love actually it has been scientifically proven that you're actually when you're in specifically in partnership and in like companionship when you sleep next to a partner that y'all truly love each other every night and y'all are actually happy when y'all lay down and when y'all wake up as y'all sleep at night, they said those type of couples live longer sleeping in the same bed together, and especially if y'all are couples that like to cuddle when y'all sleep. Y'all maybe somebody likes to lay on top of the other partner while y'all sleep and y'all hold each other a lot, or whether y'all lay sideways and hold each other. Y'all even may give y'all each other kisses throughout the night while y'all pretty much in the sleep state. So love will keep you living longer. That is all. That's why you see these couples. I don't know if y'all been seeing these couples that be like 100 years old and they still living 120, and then out of nowhere, if one person dies, the other one dies shortly afterwards. That is what we call a soul tie. They was that love was a frequency that kept them alive, and once it ended, the other person didn't have no reason to live. They was like, I'm going to be with my baby. Okay, that's ringing the bell. They like I'm going to be with my baby. Okay, so somebody you manifesting the love of your dreams. That message came out. Let's ring the bell. Okay, you're manifesting the love of your dreams. I'm talking about the love of your dreams. Okay. Ooh, as I said that the Ace of Wands. Oh my God. The Ace of Wands. Y'all, I just put some coins on sale. And one of my coins is a cannabis coin and it has the caduceus on it like that. Just like this. Somebody, Ace of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and you're definitely in a more healed place. This is about new beginnings. Now, we've been having a lot of new beginnings. You're ready now. You ready for this love, this fire? 'Cause you remember, fire, fire signs are passionate. Okay, they can be very sexual too. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leos. Come on, y'all. They have very high sex drives. Okay, it's a fire sign, and fire, if you can see, it's fire. You're gonna pay attention to some fire. If you go to a fire ritual, if you have a fire pit in your house, I mean, not a fire pit, but if you have a fire pit or if you have a fireplace, candles, it's so like I got a candle burning right over here because I did a ritual last night, but it's the fire. See what I'm saying? I love fire myself. So somebody you finally healed, you could have even worked with fire to heal. So that's why I talk about fire rituals, working with candle magic, and now you're more in a healed state. Okay, I feel like you tapped into your magic too. Okay, that's the message too. Somebody could be a healer. You could be a healer too, but you have tapped into your. And I tell people, you're not a true healer until you can heal yourself. True healers have to heal themselves first. You have to reflect what you teach. If you don't reflect what you teach and what you help others with, it's gonna be contradicting and hypocritical if you ask me. So you have to heal through your process as well. Queen of Wands, what? Two queens and a boy. Somebody different been going through a rebirth. So we got so remember I told you with the Queen of Cups, you was in a very emotional place and healing and stuff like that. Now you just Queen of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, okay? You just Queen of Wands now, okay? So now you already know now. You see how she's different now? She's standing up straight. She got her back. She ain't slouching. She holding this wand in her hand. Like, baby, I know who I am. This could be a man or woman, take a hair raising, but this person is like, I know who I am. Don't play with me, and don't come for me if you ain't here for love, okay? So somebody's in a very confident place now. You could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, or this is just the energy you're thriving in right now, specifically because this is Aries season. But somebody is finally in a place where you're like, I don't need nobody to validate me. I don't even need nobody to even be in my life just to say that I got somebody in my life. Y'all, that type of security is so hated for other people because they can't get into your life because you're not overly needy. You don't seek validation. You don't seek approval. So you could be in isolation, okay? So the only way you would even consider having somebody in your life is they reflect the same type of healing and growth as you. And those numbers are extremely small, okay? Because most people don't want to truly grow, y'all. That's just the truth of the matter. People don't get it. The what we call I call it the death phase because you're gonna have to go through a rebirth. The death phase is not easy. That's why most people don't want to do it. It's easier to stay screwed up so you can have an excuse and never change and never grow. But that's, but somebody, you took the high road instead of the low road. That's what I call it. You took the high road, okay, and good for you. Oh, this water, 10 of Cups, congratulations. I know the 10 of Cups normally has that rainbow. It's the kids on the side. So yeah, you're seeing rainbow. We have had a lot of rain. So if you've been seeing rainbow, that means fortune is on its way to you, and you succeeded in life. I told you about the abundance. So the pot of gold is coming in, and abundance is coming in all forms. Definitely in matters of love, family, friendship, collaborations, travel. You know what I'm saying? Peace, harmony, children. You know what I'm saying? This is everything coming into fruition. Toxic cycles have completely ended. You ain't got to worry about it no more. You work. Now let me explain something. Whoever you are, you earned this. This is some sweat, blood, and tears. You earned this. It was days and days and days and maybe even years of isolation, calling yourself out on your crap, refusing to let people drag you into their toxic places too. Because that's another thing. I'm going to tell you something that I've been through specifically. As you start to heal, you start realizing the toxicity that is around you. There's a heavy influence in your life as well. And once you realize you no longer want to be a certain way anymore, you typically start getting away from people that reflect behaviors that you no longer want to wish to be around, tolerate. And that can get very lonely. And also it can get very envious of other people that you've been around, especially if they're old friends and family members. And they're like, oh, so he or she think they better than us now. Like, who they think they is. Excuse me? And that's why we're getting away from you. Because you're jealous and envious of me because I decided to grow and change and transform instead of you being like, hey, I respect the growth you in, and hopefully I'll get there soon. That's what a true friend would say. You know what I'm saying? A true friend and a family member would be like, you know what? I ain't mad at you because I know we got problems and I still love you, and I hope, I could talk to you every now and then, but if not, I get it. And, one day I, wish to heal and get to where you are to. If you got any recommendations for me, see, that's what I'm saying. If you're a real friend and you see your family member or friend growing, you'll be trying to figure out how they grew and asking for advice. That's what I did, y'all. When I was really ready to grow and change, I started hanging around people that reflected that change, people that started their journeys, people that were in therapy like I was. It's kind of like, this is something coming out for somebody. Remember, like people that may be going to AA, they got drinking problems. They typically hang around other people that have either been through this and recovered from it, haven't had a drink in 5 or 10 years or whatever the case may be, or they hanging around other people that's currently going through it and healing. It's just what happens when you're growing. It's in your best interest so you won't have any setbacks to be around people actively on their journeys as well, or people that have even surpassed where you're at, so you can see brighter days. But if you stay around people that you have surpassed them in healing and spirituality and finance, it's going to feel so burdensome. So you have to move on. You know what I'm saying? And you can't try to save them while you're still saving yourself, or you're going to get drowned. You're going to get drowned. All right, so look. Ooh, to a cup. I've been telling you about this love message coming through. Yeah, you're about to be in love. Oh my God, you don't even know about this. Somebody about to be in love. You pulled the 2 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. I can actually feel this energy, but you are definitely about to be in love. A lover is on his way to you, whether you like it or not, whether you're ready or not. But I feel like you're gonna be ready. Okay, you somebody healed, so you're gonna be ready when this love comes, and you're going to be able to accept it. And that's nothing, because you're not gonna be in fear, because you're not gonna be in pain anymore, because you're gonna be in a place of receiving and giving. You're going to embrace this love instead of being in fear of it, running away from it, or sabotaging it. It's gonna flow like milk and honey. Let's ring the bell. It's going to flow like milk and honey. So now that you notice, don't stop doing everything you've been doing, healing wise, spiritual wise, and all that. Keep doing it up until this person comes. And even that's another thing. Don't stop doing things when you get this person to continue to heal and grow, because that's how y'all stay together and grow together. So continue all the practices that help you get here, even after you get the love. Yeah, that's another thing people do. People stop doing the things that attracted your partner to you once you get them, as if continuing this. Everybody knows, and they teach this, that you need to being in relationships require y'all to have some kind of spiritual practice that y'all follow together, whatever they may be. If it's Christianity, if it's Buddhism, if it's Hinduism, if it's Islam, if it's whatever it is, you see what I'm saying? If it's voodoo, hoodoo, but y'all need to have a shared spiritual practice. And that is something that strongly keeps couples together too, that they don't have. And that's something that I definitely want. As much as I, had issues in my family growing up, because I wasn't a Christian, but I was forced to be one because that's what my parents were doing. I will say the example of seeing my mama, married to a man, my mama's husband, that was a Christian like her, and strong in it, seeing them together did keep them together because they worship the same God. You see what I'm saying? I didn't, you know what I mean? So, and that's just the example I'm using. So, y'all's may not be Christianity. Y'all could be some strong Muslims. Y'all could be some ancient Kemet practitioners together. Y'all both practice ancient Kemet. Y'all both practice, but that helps when y'all have shared spiritual practice together, because y'all do need to pray together. Y'all do need to do rituals or manifestations together. Okay, y'all do that. I'm for real. Spirituality is a part of connection. It's spirit. Okay, so just remember that. Ooh, as I said, that King of Swords. Hold up, I gotta sip my tea. I gotta sip my tea. Okay. So King of Swords is a air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. This card has been coming out a lot. All these queens coming through, and here come this king. Okay, here come this king. So I do feel like this King of Swords. You see how he got his hand up and the sword in one hand? He's definitely in a more respectable place in his life. Okay, somebody has self-worth now in the way they never did. He respects himself, and then he respects others too. Okay, but he is very protective of himself too. So he has standards now. This is a high value man. Okay, he's definitely balanced, and he has standards now. I don't feel like he likes any low quality experiences anymore, lower self experiences, because he's probably done all that. Okay, he's detached from that type of behavior. So you probably won't catch him in the clubs or strip clubs or having porn addictions. He may have stopped drinking recently, or cut back at least. Even if he may have realized he was over drinking in the past, and now he only casually drinks. He may have he may have gave up a smoking habit that he had. If he smokes, that's what I'm saying. This person has gone through a rebirth, so they got rid of toxic traits that was preventing them for being in the most positive healed place. Okay, and they did it on their own, so obviously their standards went up. Okay, see, I tell people that. Okay, let me explain something to you. This is so hard to understand. Once you get rid of toxic qualities that you have, you stop having toxic qualities, experiences, and alignments with other people. Because you can't. So I know people like this. I knew somebody like this. He was obese, right? But he didn't want to date other women that were obese, and he kind of got mad when in other girls that were big girls would try to get on with him, and he'd be like, I don't date big girls. He only dated women my size or something like that. And so a girl that was too big, even if she wasn't obese, she was just too thick, he didn't want to. Now, in his defense, I understand what he meant. He was trying to lose weight, but he wouldn't. His diet was crappy, and he wouldn't stick consistently to working out. So I understand not wanting to get in a what we call trauma bond, where it's two people that got weight issues and eating disorders and all that, and it's hard for y'all to stick through that, and maybe somebody else cooking all the time and tempting you, and you want to get with somebody that's healthier. I understood his reasons for that, but I still thought he was a hypocrite to just demonize dating bigger women, and you're big, and why would you expect a woman that's small, that's healthier and fit, wants to deal with an obese man and have to worry about your health all the time, and you become a patient. So that's going back to what I was saying. So like attracts like, y'all. So you have to become what you want to attract. You can't expect somebody to be with you and you're in the most unhealthy, toxic place. So you can be a burden to the other person that's in the most healthier place. So this man went through all that. He realized now he was being a hypocrite in the past, wanting some queen or princess or divine feminine. Meanwhile, he was some toxic jerk. You know what I'm saying? And even if he would have got one, and he probably has in the past, he wasn't treating him right because he didn't care and he wasn't treating himself right. So he's went through his karma for sure, and that he's been through that. He's not going to go back. So that means he's not going to get around another woman that will pull him back into those habits or reflects that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's looking for the best because he became his best. Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. 3 queens on the board, y'all. Hold up. Y'all, as a woman, some woman went through a major shift and transformation. You've been going through it. It's been feeling like you've been dying, honestly. You went from the Queen of Cups to the Queen of Wands, and now you the Queen of Pentacles. Let's go. Let's ring the bell. Some woman went through a lot. You went through a lot. Man or woman, take a hair resonate. Y'all know this is our energy, but this is a feminine card. And the fact that we got 3 queens on the board, this woman has been rebirthing and rebirthing and rebirthing, and now she's in her bag. She done healed her emotions. That's another thing. See, the Queen of Cups is her healing her emotions, okay, healing her wounds. And then the Queen of Wands is her standing in her confidence and standing in her power, okay, and knowing her worth. And the Queen of Pentacles is her spiritual richness unlocking because she would never let nobody take advantage of her or use her. So now the abundance starts coming through, okay? That's another thing, ladies. We are currency. Men and women, we are currency. But if you keep letting people drink from your fountain, okay, it's so many different forms they can do it. If you keep letting people drink from your fountain, you will never see the light of day. This day right here. You see her? She holding the coins now. She coined up. That's bottom of the deck. That's what I'm talking about. And look, bottom of the deck, 8 of Pentacles. You about to be infinitely abundant. Let's go. Let's ring the bell. Hold up. You about to be infinitely abundant, okay? You ain't got to worry about it no more. And didn't I just say somebody been going through that death phase? Look, the death card was right after that. Congratulations, you have went through the rebirth successfully, okay? But now you in your bag. Now you in your bag. Congratulations. Now you so focused on your bag that the only person to even get your attention is another man or a woman with another bag. Like I said, that is in a healed state, that is in a positive state. That's what I said. This ain't a toxic person, okay? But you in your bag now. So look, I'm definitely gonna pull from this love message since we got a love message out. These cards I do sell on my website. It's called Twin Flame Love Notes. Twin Flame Love Notes, y'all. I'm gonna pull from this deck so we can get a great message, okay? This is the energy, y'all. I'm so proud of y'all, okay? I'm so proud of y'all. I'm happy for y'all, most importantly. I feel like I'm gonna pull from my other decks as well. It's a goddess deck. It's I call it the mama goddess deck because she's gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, okay? All right, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm happy. I'm feeling better, y'all. These planetary shifts been crazy, and I'm detoxing from, like I said, I'm doing a detox from cannabis. This is the longest I've been in a while without it too. Going on 2 months in a couple of days now, and I'm proud of that. It took a lot of discipline. I had to tap in to my discipline, y'all. It was time. Thank y'all so much. Hold on. Let me get one more shuffle, then I'm gonna deal these out, okay? All right, I'm gonna cut the deck. Here we go. Hold on. See what your lover is feeling right now. First card. I don't want to wait any longer. Please be mine. I don't want to wait any longer. Please be mine. I told y'all somebody ready for you. Didn't I say that? Somebody ready. Okay? Somebody ready. I love you so much. Somebody love you. Who is this? Somebody is in love with you. They love you. Look. Okay. Somebody just relax. Okay? I tell people, if somebody come into your life and they tell you they love you within maybe a month or less, you don't got to freak out. You don't even got to rush to say it back, okay? And you don't got to run away, too. This person is not one of them tick-for-tack people. They just want you to know how they feel about you. And they need you to know that so you can feel safe to love them back. But they're going to be more patient than you've been dealing with in the past because they want you to love them the way that they love you. Their heart is a bit more... It's big. This person has a big heart and they see you. That's the thing. They see you. They don't see a real man and a real woman don't need 10 years to date you or 5 years before they realize what you are because they can see you, okay? They see you, baby. They love you. I'm tired of running. Yeah, oh my God. Somebody been running. Somebody been running from you. They see, I knew it. Most twin flame connections be like that. They been running from you. Because they wasn't healed first. They ran from you. Like I was telling y'all, I feel like it's coming from this King of Swords. This man or woman taking her resume was running for you for the longest time because they wasn't ready. Because let me explain something to y'all. Some people get mad when they get rejected by people. And you'd be surprised you got rejected to be protected. This person knew they was toxic and they would treat you bad. So stop getting mad because somebody wasn't able to be with you at the time you was ready and they weren't ready. Because if they would have got with you and treated you wrong, you would have dogged them out. And they didn't want to do that. So they refrained from being with you. Even if they meant losing out on that love at that time frame and possibly losing out on you forever. Then rather go through something with you just to hurt you and get an experience out of you. Respect people for that. I've had people get mad at me for that. I've had men get mad at me when I was going through healing and they was trying to pursue me and I knew I wasn't ready. I was still hurt. I was still in pain. I was still in a victim state. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready. And there was nothing they could do to get me there. That's something that I have to heal from. You can't love me into healing. I had to be in solitude, and they still got mad and thought I was crazy, because I'm telling you I'm not ready to be in a relationship, and you just think you can just show me how good of a man you are and I'm gonna be ready at the drop of a dime. No, I'm still not gonna be able to receive you because I'm not healed. I haven't got past the traumas yet. You know what I'm saying? So I would have probably effed it up. And I'm still proud of myself for not doing it, because I'm not doing that. True. Forget that. I need space. Okay? So somebody, okay, they are tired of running, but they still may need space at times. Okay? So, and this could be the man or the woman. So just take it how it resonates. They're still not in a place where when y'all first start seeing each other, they may have moments like that they just want to go into their little, what they call man cave or woman cave. Sometimes they just have a few hours to themselves. They're gonna need that, and that may be something they always need throughout your relationship. So learn how to give your partner space. No matter what, different stages of your life requires space and solitude. And as a partner, if you're overly needy and you can't give them like at least a couple of hours, sometimes they're not going anywhere. Y'all gonna be together forever, right? So they may need to go downstairs and, be in their little mode. They may have some journaling to do. They may have some, like me. I was just telling I was talking on the phone with my niece, and I had to do a spiritual bath yesterday. I was feeling a lot of energy. Something told me to do a spiritual bath, and that helped me. I journaled, and then I did a reading on myself that gave me a lot of great answers. Sometimes, and I was, I turned my phone off. And my phone was off about, like, I would say 2 or 3 hours, and I do that when I'm doing spiritual work because I don't like any disturbances. So, and my niece had called me while my phone was off, and I was like, dang, I missed her call. But so when you get married or get into sacred reunions and stuff, or have families, respect that each other need time to do that type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? All y'all spiritual stuff is not gonna always be done together. Some spiritual work, no matter if you're married or not, you always have to have a spiritual relationship with yourself. Okay, it's going to be great to build a spiritual connection with your spouse, absolutely, but you got to still maintain your spiritual presence with yourself, because the truth of the matter is, y'all, you weren't born together, and you're gonna, and you're not gonna more than likely die together. So you got to make sure you keep your spirit in tune with the universe as an individual. That's always going to be a need. Your personal relationship with the Most High doesn't have anything to do with your partner, because when y'all both leave this planet, y'all both will be judged separately. You see what I'm saying? Y'all both will be judged separately, okay? Bottom of the deck, my love for you is stronger than ever. Baby, they ready. My love for you is stronger than ever. Y'all, they ready. The bottom line is just get ready for the knock at the door or the phone calls, okay? Something. But somebody about to reach out to you. Somebody about to reach out to you, okay? So y'all, I'm pulling from my, this is, like I told you, this is my goddess deck. Let's see what mama got to tell us and give us some advice. Yeah, somebody, they ready for you, baby. Y'all remember Aries? I am ready for love, baby. They ready for love. They tired of running. Look, why are you hiding from me? They tired of running. I freely give my freedom. Come on, it's time to stop running, y'all. So they tired of, oh my God, that song done had me in tears. That song done had me in tears. Let's give it up for Aries. That song done had me in tears, baby. Oh, she did it with that song. I don't know if she wrote that song or if somebody else wrote that song. We gotta start giving credit to these writers and stuff and producers and stuff like that. But those lyrics was amazing. She said, to a man who loves music and loves the spirit word. I'm like, baby, yes, absolutely, yeah. Woo, baby, because music is spiritual anyway. You see what I'm saying? It has been used, it has been weaponized in a lot of our communities. And that's why you think, okay, if music wasn't spiritual, it wouldn't be able to get us to behave the way that we start doing. When they started making music like bag that A up and slap that B and F that a hole, then we started acting like that, and it destroyed us. So, but the same music now that's been coming out that's better now, that's more loving and healing, we have been changing. That's how powerful music is, because we mimic the lyrics. We do, because it's powerful. That's why I don't listen to everything, and that's why I'm happy my mama grew up not letting me. My mama didn't. So that's another thing, y'all. I didn't grow up listening to rap. I didn't. It's a lot of rap artists you'd be surprised that I've never heard of to this day, and if I know about them now, like, I don't know nothing about their music. I wasn't able, and that's the best thing. I got to give my mama props for never letting me listen to it. At the time when I was young, everybody else was listening to that stuff, and I wanted to figure out what they was on. But now that I think about it, the way that they was acting as kids, my mama did the best thing for us. We was not allowed to listen to rap. We was not allowed to listen to that trash, and that was the best thing. That was the best move, okay? Not allowed. So look, let me cut this deck, and I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all what this message is as well, okay? See what it is, okay? Confessions. Why was I feeling this? These are my confessions. I actually seen this card before we dealt it. I felt it. Releasing a secret, pursuing virtue through honesty, okay? Somebody is about to confess to you. Yes. I feel like somebody been secretly in love with you based off what these cards is, and they're about to confess they love to you. So get ready. And they're gonna be honest about, they're even gonna be honest about why maybe they ran from you in the past. Somebody, if you got your emotions played with by this person, or you got a bit led on by them, they're gonna explain to you why all that happened, and they're gonna maybe even have an apology for you, okay? Because they obviously want another chance with you. Leap of faith. It's time for somebody to take a leap of faith. Time. Look, taking a risk, stepping into the beauty of the unknown. Baby, that has been the most challenging thing for me. But it's time for y'all to take a leap. Stepping into the beauty of the unknown, baby. Sacrifice. And what did I tell y'all about me having to give up smoking for, and letting that go? Giving up something now for a future reward. It's always going to have something you have to let go if you want better experiences. You have to give up toxic things, and just, if you want to be around better people, that's just what it is. It's not about being judgmental, but it is. Without discernment, how can you decide if somebody's a good person or not? If judgment wasn't supposed to exist, why do Christianity call the day of coming Judgment Day, right? When they say Jesus will be coming back and judging us all. So if God judges, why not us? Aren't we God's children? Hell yeah, I'm judging your ass. Excuse my language. I had to get turned up real quick. Yes, I'm judging you. So when people get mad at me for judging them, baby, our Lord and Savior judges, as Jay say. So I'm judging too. All right? Okay. Energy activation. Look, energy activation. Connect to the divine through meditation or prayer. What did I just say about focusing on your spirituality right now? Connect to the divine through meditation and prayer. I told y'all, don't stop doing all the stuff that you've been doing spiritually and for your healing that you've been in right now. I just said don't stop. Keep doing it, because you got to think this is what's bringing your partner into you. If you stop growing, you will delay the process or completely stop it. It may come to a halt. So to continue connecting, because I feel like y'all, as y'all been healing, y'all been getting closer to each other because y'all are healing. Okay? Both of y'all are doing this. So y'all going through these energy activations. Bottom of the deck. Peace. Peace. Bottom of the deck. Peace. It has peace and contentment are coming to you. Baby, you're going to have peace. Peace and contentment are coming to you. You're going to have, let's ring the bell, okay? Peace and contentment are coming to you. You ain't going to have to be stressed no more, okay? So look, y'all, just to give us a Witchy Wednesday message, because that was a 5 message, and I'm proud of y'all. I'm going to pull from my witch deck. Spirit been telling me to pull from this deck. It's another deck I may or may not pull from before I get off here. We'll see. But this is going to be for a good witchy. I'm getting a good Witchy Wednesday message in with this Aries season. I told y'all. All right, so look, this is my witchy deck. I'm doing witch readings right now. My witch readings are $44.44, okay? It's going to be 4 cards. So you can get a witch message to figure out, I tell people, are you a good witch or a bad witch? Y'all know me, the Copper Queen, a bad witch, okay? I got good witch tendencies, though. Bad witch with good witch tendencies, because I'm balanced, you know what I'm saying? So you can get that reading by me. Also, I am doing a 420% off reading. So look, you can get a tarot reading for 20% off. Let's ring the bell, y'all. I made that up last night. My mind be so crazy. But yeah, so the reading inspired. I actually have the flyer on YouTube and all my social media platforms. So it's going to be obviously 20% off on the reading. Okay, so my tarot readings are normally like 111, but they'll be like 88. Okay, and you can get 12 cards from me. Also, the bottom of the deck, which is technically 13, and y'all know that's the most powerful number, that 13. And you can get a message from me, okay? It expires on April 18th. So after the 18th, the sale is off. So you got a couple of days to contact me at sacredenergyexchange222@gmail.com to book those readings with me. Booking is mandatory. You have to book with me. I'm not, if you live here locally, don't come in my shop and try to stop and get a reading unless you book with me ahead of time. We have an appointment, y'all. Y'all, that is the only way I can truly serve everybody divinely and in the way that they should be served. I cannot do drop-in readings, okay? Okay? All right. Pulling the, look, cutting the deck. Justice. What did I just say about this? Justice, y'all. She beautiful too. Justice. I told y'all. What did I say about judgment? That's another thing. That we live in a corporate system where justice is served. People got to pay for their crimes, right? Justice. You about to get justice. And baby, this is the Libra energy because we got the Libra full moon. Okay, coming up. So look, it has right here. And she holding these scales. I want y'all to see that. See that? So it has right here, legal consequences stem from the concept of karmic justice. All actions have repercussions. Awareness and understanding of cause and effect can help guide your behavior. So yes, what goes around comes back around. What goes up must come down. So the bottom line is everything you do always comes back to you, good or bad. So that means if you've been being bad, and we know I have a different, connotation about that, but y'all know in the other word, bad is not a good thing. So if you've been doing wrong, how about that? If you've been doing wrong to people, don't expect a lot of wrong to come to you. But if you've been treating people right and being right in general, the righteousness will be coming to you. Okay? So that's the message. So I feel like that message you can only answer based off self-reflection and shadow work, like I'm saying. I know I got the best karma coming for me. Remember, last year was a karmic year. It was an 8 year, so people was going through a lot of karma. And now the people that already been through their karma, now you're about to start getting your blessings. Remember, y'all pulled the 10 of cups. Y'all pulled the 10 of cups. So now people that's been staying divine and just going through their karma and not repeating toxic cycles, you about to be getting the best karma, okay? The Chariot. Y'all know the Chariot is about going on a trip. Going on a journey, traveling. Let's go. So he has right here. Success is often a result of hard work and dedication. You must stay focused on your goal despite potential hindrances along the way. To ensure success, maintain composure in tough situations and remain confident in yourself. And remember, we pulled the Queen of Wands, okay? So yes, they telling you to make sure you stay successful, stay strong. Okay? It says stay, and especially in tough situations. Don't give up. I know it's stressful, but don't give up, okay? And remain confident in yourself. Tap into your sun energy. Remain confident. It's Aries season, baby. Tap in. Y'all, look at this. Didn't I just say about judgment? We pulled justice and judgment. Y'all, this is a Libra full moon message coming through. Judgment is here. You about to be judged. This is a great thing for some of y'all, like I said, if y'all ain't been doing right, y'all might be scared of the judgment coming. But a lot of y'all, I feel nothing but positivity right now. Didn't I just talk about judgment? This is all Libra energy, baby. Where my Libras at, okay? It can be challenging when those around us are overly critical. Whether it is yourself or someone of great significance to you, we hope that this difficult period passes quickly and without too much distress, okay? So yeah, some of y'all may be going through a lot right now too. What did I say? But the bottom line is judgment is a part of justice, okay? That was straight scales energy. Straight scale energy. Okay, look. What did I just say? How musicians are magicians. Okay, let's ring the bell. This is the magician. The magician, y'all. It says, use your intellect, concentration, and willpower to make things happen. This is a time in your life when you have the power to manifest the outcome you want. You have the best energy right now to manifest whatever you want. I'm talking about the absolute best. The absolute best. Let's read that again. This is a time in your life when you have the power to manifest the outcomes that you want. Remember when I told y'all about tapping into your spiritual practices and stuff right now? This fell on the card that says connect to the divine through meditation and prayer. And as you can see, she's looking like she's doing some spiritual work and she's meditating and doing some rituals and stuff. So to my brujas and bruhos, y'all need to start tapping in and lighting the candles, baby. It's time. Light the candles, do the rituals, okay? Feed your ancestors. Stay in tune. And listen to their guidance. It's time, okay? So bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. Let me show y'all. Bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. I love these guys. I ain't pulled from these cards in a minute. Traditional values and institutions, including religion, government, marriage, medical, can represent a counselor or mentor who will provide you with wisdom and guidance, or spiritual or religious advisor. So maybe you or somebody else is about to come into your life that's going to be some type of mentor for you as well, and provide more spiritual guidance to you. Oh my God, that just turned me on. That just turned me on. Like, yeah, so remember what I was saying about get into a place of growth before you get with a partner. And that doesn't mean that y'all as partners and lovers are not going to be able to help each other through different phases of y'all life as y'all are growing together. Obviously, that y'all not going to always have to feel like you should have to go to a counselor. So this, somebody may be getting a spouse in their life that's actually a strong leader. So some stuff that you may be still working through because they could may be older. Somebody may be getting with somebody a bit more mature, and because you're in a more mature place yourself, they feel equal to you because you will at least allow them to help you through some things that you're still growing in, because you will actually come to them for help with something that you're not so sure about, or you may still be struggling with, instead of burdening them. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And that's what they want. They don't want people around that they got to keep preaching to, and as they're telling them, and they actually got the tools to help them be better, and then they won't even grow and be better because they just want to stay stuck in their ways, and they want to be next to somebody every day that has done their work and feed off of them, and that's not cool. So this person is going to be willing and happy to help you and be in a leadership role to you. So for some of y'all women or men, now look, the Hierophant is funny. The Hierophant in different decks is a man or a woman, because the priestesses used to, like, you see how the males in Catholic churches be dressed up like that priestess with that thing on his head? They used to be women's uniform, actually, because women used to be the leaders and the teachers. We have always been the leaders and the teachers. Because we teach the children, raising the children, right? So they naturally put us in a position to be teachers and leaders when the matriarchy was doing it. But this can be for any sex, man or woman. So I do feel like even both of y'all have these traits within y'all. Y'all both have these traits within y'all leadership roles that y'all can help each other at and help each other grow. And then we got the lovers. I'm telling you, about to be in love with somebody. You already are, actually, and you probably been running for them. Remember, where's the card that said, I'm tired of running? You've been running for this love. Look at this. You've been running for this love. And it's time to take out the track shoes, okay? It says right here, the perfect union, harmony, love, and attraction. The lovers can represent finding the balance within yourself. You are learning to understand yourself, your moral code, and what you value in life. Absolutely. I tell y'all about that. So you're being, the lover's energy is not just about finding love. You had to get to this balanced place to attract this love, okay? You had to get to this balanced place to attract this love, okay? So, y'all, I did not think I was going to be on here for an hour and 2 minutes and some change. But, hey, it's what happened. So, look, if y'all like this content, please like, share, subscribe to me here on YouTube at Sacred Energy Exchange 222. If y'all feel like these are powerful messages that you feel like others need to hear, please share the live with other people, on your social media platforms, to help attract more people to the channel. I am at past, 1K now, so y'all, the channel is growing, and I'm in gratitude. If you would like to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, all the information at the top of my YouTube page. If y'all would like to donate to the channel, Venmo is Goddess on the Rise, Zelle and PayPal is goddessontherise.life at gmail.com, and Chime and Cash App is Copper Queen. And remember, Queen for Copper Queen is the number 33. Copper Queen, 33N, okay? QU33N. If y'all would like to send a donation, nothing is too big or nothing is too small. And also, if y'all would like to patronize my shop, you can go to my website at goddessontherise.life. That is goddessontherise.life. Get you something, for my shop that you need. I got decks, I got candles, I got sage, I got incense, I got copper. Okay, I got, like I said, I got voodoo dolls now. I got pendulums now. So I got a little bit of everything. It's a witch shop, okay? So I got coins, and I just put my coins on sale, and I posted that as well. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all so much for the likes, okay? I'm going to ring this bell, send this energy back to spirit. Earth, air, fire, water, spirit, y'all. Till next time, peace, love, and balance, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Happy Miracles Day. Happy Witchy Wednesday. Happy Aries season. Copper Queen checking out.